Hello again after a bit of a break. I took a little break during Inktober from posting videos just because things got a little overwhelming, but I am still trying to post videos. I haven't disappeared completely, it's just been a little crazy. So I am going to be posting my Inktober videos, or at least the footage that I got during that time, just little by little for the remainder of the year probably, unless I decide to slip in like a sketchbook making video here and there. But for now, I'm just going to share the footage that I got during Inktober, so I hope you guys enjoy seeing that. So this is my day 1 of Inktober. I'm going to show days 1 and 2 in this video, and then we'll just go from there with the other videos. But this was day 1, and I was starting off with this sketch. And what I did was I took a picture of the sketch in my sketchbook and printed it out on this vellum or tracing paper. And I used some transfer paper, which oddly enough, I always, for some reason, refuse to buy this stuff, but it truly is a time saver when it comes to transferring your sketches, so I highly recommend it. I don't think I have to explain how to use it. I mean, it's been around for a long time, so and I think it's pretty straightforward what I'm doing here to get the image to transfer, so I won't waste time explaining that. I think it's pretty straightforward. So I use 2 types of ink. This one's by Higgins. It's the waterproof version. And majority of the time I am using my Winsor & Newton ink. I don't think either of them is better or worse. One's just waterproof, and I don't think the Winsor & Newton one is waterproof. I don't know for sure, but yeah. And my pen is by Tachikawa. It's a pen holder. And I don't know too much about nibs, honestly. I end up always using my 512 here, the silver one. But the other ones are good too. Just kind of find what works for you. And the paper that I'm using is, I think I talked about it already before in another video. It's just this old watercolor paper that I got as a gift. It's by Fabriano. It's a cold press. But yeah, that is the majority of my materials. Some other things that I use are a scrap piece of paper so I can scratch off any excess ink every time I dip my pen in, and a wet paper towel just to help clean the pen as I go along, because sometimes the ink will start to dry on the nib and that kind of ruins it, so I just have to wipe it off every so often. So yeah, that's my materials that I'll be using. So obviously I had intended for these videos to come out in October. As I was doing Inktober, I was gonna do at least 2 videos during that month. Sorry, I'm switching a nib here because I wanted a thicker line. But yeah, I wanted to do 2 videos in October and it just did not happen. And then once November was here, other stuff happened, and it's just been kind of crazy. I did want to mention that I'm going to be adding some prints of my Inktober's, not everything, to my shop. Which hopefully by the time this video is out, it'll all already be up. I kind of doubt it will, but it's going to be up very, very soon because I do plan on closing my shop in December just because the holidays and not wanting to deal with last minute orders and shipping and stuff like that. So if you want to order something from my shop, order it in the month of November. And I'm going to try and get a few of my Inktober's up on there. If there's something that's on there that you wanted me to put that's not there, let me know, send me a message, and we can work something out. Alright, there's my first Inktober. All of them are up on my Instagram if you guys want to see them. I always try to make sure that I start on the left side so I don't smudge my ink, but I end up smudging it anyway, so I don't know why I worry about this so much, but yeah, you'll see I do actually smudge a little bit of ink in this illustration. It's hard to remember what's dried already when you're just kind of like going along, and but yeah, that's probably one of my like biggest problems with doing ink illustrations. It's just for some reason I always end up with some sort of smudge or mark. It's not intentional. I just sometimes don't pay attention to where my arm is or my hand. Yeah, you can kind of see there where his chin is. I kind of smudged the ink there. Oh well, that's how you know it's an original. If you see the marks, the mistakes, it's not done by AI, which AI makes a lot of mistakes, so it's kind of, I don't know, it makes stupid mistakes. It's not like an accidental thing. AI makes like intentional dumb mistakes with like people's hands and stuff. So I'm also gonna do some ink washes. I'm sorry, it's not focusing. Oh my gosh, look at my hands. They're always covered in ink during this time. But yeah, I'm using my brush to do a little ink wash. This was a last minute decision, and I'm really happy with the way it came out. I was really going back and forth though. I was not going to do this, but then I was like, you know what? It's fine. This is a time to experiment, and oh well, if it goes wrong. And it didn't go wrong. It was actually, I think, a good choice. It helped the character come off the page a little more, so I liked that. As we sort of wrap things up here to end this first video of my Inktober illustrations, I am going to say again about my shop. It is open until December 1st, and I do have a few of my Inktobers listed on my Etsy shop. So if you guys want to buy any of them, check that out. And I will be back with another Inktober video very soon. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.